All right, let's talk about what to do when we're multiplying decimals. The trick with multiplying decimals is to ignore the decimal until the very end of the problem. So, for example, if I was going to multiply 15 times 1 4/10, I'm going to stack it up and start multiplying, but I'm just going to ignore the decimal. So if I ignored it, it's like I would be multiplying it 15 by 14. So that's how I'm going to set it up to start. I just ignore the decimal, do not line it up. Now once it's set up, I'm just going to put my decimal in there so I don't forget about it. And now I can multiply. So first I do 5 times 4, which is 20. 4 times 1, which is 4, plus 2 more is 6. Now I'm moving to the 1, which is a place value larger than the 4, so I have to put in a place marker 0. And now I can multiply the 1 through. I'm done with the 2, so I can cross that off. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add it up. 0 plus 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So now I'm here, and my answer says 210. But this is where I've got to go back, look at my original numbers and the placement of the decimal. The decimal is shifted in one place, so on my answer, I have to take and shift the decimal in one place. So my answer is really 21 0/10, or you could just write 21. Okay, so I just multiplied this number through for us so we could talk about it. So I multiplied the 9 through and everything. I ignored the decimal, don't line it up. But now I'm at the end of my problem, and I'm ready to shift my answer by the decimal. So I look to see how many decimal places are there. 1, 2 numbers. So that means on my answer, I need to go in 1, 2 numbers. So my answer is not 2,214, it is 22 14/100. All right, now if I was going to multiply something like this, my first step is to multiply the 3 through. I'm just ignoring the decimals again. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. Now I'm moving to the 2. So I can cross off anything that I carried. And because I'm moving to the 2, and it's a place value larger, I have to put a placeholder 0. And now I can multiply the 2 through. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. I'm going to add it. 3 plus 0 is 3. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. 1 plus 5 is 6. So I get 6,003, but I have to look back, and now I have to shift in the decimal. So I look at my original numbers, and this has 1, 2 places in the decimal, and this one has 1 place. This has 1 place. So my answer, I actually have to shift it a total of 3 times. So I'm going to start here, once, twice, 3 times. So my answer is really 6 3/1000. Okay, I want you to solve this problem. So go ahead and pause your video, try solving this, and then we'll talk about it and see how you did. Okay, if you pressed play, that means that you've finished solving the problem. So the first thing you should have done is set it up, and don't worry about lining up the decimal. Just set it up and multiply like normal. So 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 2 more is 44. Now I'm moving to the 2, so I have to put a placeholder 0. And finish with that. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. And when I add it up, I get 4, 12, 9, 1. Now, that is not my answer because I haven't shifted the decimal in yet. So I have to look at my original numbers, count the decimal places. 1 place in, nothing here, so I just go 1 place in, and my answer becomes 192 and 4/10. Okay, now I want you to solve this one. 6 and 1700ths multiplied by 2 and 5/10. So go ahead and pause the video, solve it, and then click play when you're ready. So first thing I set it up, do not line up the decimal. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 more is 8. 5 times 6 is 30. Now I'm moving to the 2. Finished with that, so I put a placeholder 0 because it's a place value larger. 2 times 7 is 14, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. 2 times 6 is 12. Add it all up, 5 plus 0. This is 12. 4, 5, 1. Now I'm not finished. I have to shift the decimal in. So I count it. This is 1, 2 places up here, and this is 1 place here. So that means I have to go in a total of 1, 2, 3 places. So my answer really should be 15 and 425 thousandths. Okay, this is the last one I want you to do. It's 7 and 43 hundredths multiplied by 22 and 4/10. Okay, so we start by doing 4 times 3, which is 12. 4 times 6 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 more is 29. I'm finished with these. Now I'm moving to the 2, which is a place value larger. So I have to put in a placeholder 0. Now I can multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. Now I'm moving to this 2, which is 2 place values larger than this and 1 larger than this. So I actually have to put 2 placeholder 0s. And then I can multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. And now I can add everything up. Let me slide this down really fast. So that would be 2, 13. This would add up to 24. This equals 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8, plus 8 is 16. 4 plus 1 would equal 6, and then 1. And we get that giant answer, but we still have to shift in our decimal. So if I look back up at my original problem, it's 1, 2 place values up here, 1 place value here. So I have to shift in 1, 2, 3 place values. So my answer would be 166 and 432 thousandths. Good luck multiplying decimals.